Presents. I'm Alec.
I'm Charlie.
And this week we went over and interviewed Joey, Sean, and Greg of Aces Over Jacks.
And without further ado, let us begin.
Now, the first question I like to ask is, what's the inspiration behind the band name?
It was just one of those brainstorming things. We just got together and just started throwing out different ideas, and I don't even remember who actually came up with it. I think Joey did.
I do remember.
Was it you?
Yes. Actually, we were all in our individual homes, and it was something to do with dice, cards, anything like that. So I know I was texting Sean a whole bunch of dice, cards, and all these names, and I think blackjack came up or something, and then Aces Over Jacks. Actually, what I was thinking of was the Aces Over Eights, which is the dead man's hand.
I see.
But I wasn't too clear on that at the time, and I thought Aces Over Jacks, and Sean's first response was, "That's the one." So it was like, okay, well that's cool. And then I found out later that it's actually
Aces Over Eights.
Aces Over Eights, whichever, whatever.
Actually, and come to find out, there is a band.
Yeah, as I said.
Aces and Eights.
Yes, yeah.
And so
that was the hand that, not Billy the Kid, but one of the old cowboys had in his hand when he was shot to death and died. Who was it, Billy Holiday?
I should know this. My dad really was a big old Western nut. All right,
it's a famous hand.
And the second question is, what was your guys' inspiration for the genre of music? For your choice of it?
Trying to do something that isn't already around. A lot of metal in this town, which is great. Just wanted to try something out of the norm. And we were very fortunate enough to meet up with Greg, who is from Chico, and just a wicked bass player, and he brought a lot of influence
we
into
couldn't have
us.
lucked out any
gosh,
more than that
was a godsend.
When we were looking for somebody. Yeah, it was.
He brought a lot of inspiration and ideas and just all kinds of inspiration too.
And turned me on to a lot of music that I never would have heard of before.
And it just has worked real well. I think we got a great combination. We enjoy each other's company. We work very well together. Some of the writing, just clicks and just goes really smooth and really fast.
All right.
I will tell you one story.
Go ahead.
When I first hooked up with Sean, I was, I was, still am. I'm not a metalhead, but I was totally a metalhead. And he calls me up and says, "Hey, are you still playing drums?" And I hadn't played drums in like 10 years. And he's like, "I got this band started and we need a drummer." So I show up and I have an 11-piece drum set, double bass drums, everything you can imagine. I probably spent like a half hour setting up.
An hour later, we're ready to play.
And then they start playing, this Rockabilly stuff, which I wasn't too familiar with at the time. And I soon realized I did not need all that stuff.
All that setup. And then you're just like,
And
then I was carrying that around.
Yeah, the more shows that we would do, he would just like, "Oh my God, this sucks carrying all this gear. You guys are already set up, ready to go," and as he's still bringing in stuff. So as you see now, it's really, really scaled down, which is great. By this time next year, maybe he'll just have a snare and maybe one cymbal. But to add to what Joey was saying, when he showed up with all that, we're like, "Yeah, you're not gonna need all that at all." Double bass, and it's like sounded great, but yeah, not gonna need it. But
and then once I started carrying that shit around, it was like, forget that. I couldn't get nobody to help me, so I was like, I carried on my own shit.
It's your stuff, bring it.
And that leads right into the third question. What was the inspiration behind the 5-gallon bucket for the song?
Okay, I have to give credit to that to the drummer for Judgment Day. We played and this was after we had already established us as a kind of rockabilly band, kind of, you know, not really psychobilly, not really rockabilly, just somewhere kind of a weird mix of the thing. We had a girl singer at the time, and we got to open up for a band called Judgment Day, which is a string metal band. It's very brutal, heavy metal. No guitars. It's a drummer, a cello, and a violinist. And their drummer played a bucket. And I saw that, and I thought, you know, that's kind of cool. And then I started to get kind of into the like street performer type stuff, and I thought, oh, that'd be so easy just to have the bucket out and to do that. Still haven't done any street performing yet. Hopefully we can do something with that.
But it also doubles as a carrying case. I mean, carry stuff in there.
Yeah, I put all my shit in it, and that's one thing I carry now instead of 5.
That's genius.
All right. So, first off, I want to ask: is there an official title to that CD that you put out earlier last year?
Self-titled.
Just self-titled?
Aces Over Jacks.
Now, what are your favorite songs to perform off of that release?
Oh my gosh.
Mine are Esmeralda and Serial, probably.
I would have to agree with that. You know, it's hard. It's like, you know, when you have 2 kids, who's your favorite? I like all the songs. I wouldn't blame if I didn't. But yeah, I would say those are probably the two favorite.
All right. Well, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna ask you the inspiration you had behind 2 of the songs, because one of them is Jordan's favorite song, one of them is mine.
Okay.
So Jordan's favorite song is "Go Away." So what's the inspiration behind that song?
Talk to that man. He wrote it.
Yeah, that one is just one. Like most of our songs we wrote together, but that one was one I wrote a long time ago, and it's actually kind of, I don't know, it doesn't have like really any like real deep meaning or anything. Pretty much like I came up with the guitar riff on the fast part, and I was like, yeah, that's really cool. And then like I just sat for like probably a couple of years, and I was like, I didn't know what to write for the rest of the song or what to write for the words. And then I finally like came up with the rest of the music, and then I was like, okay, I still need some words, like I don't know what to write about. And I don't know, I don't know, usually when I write words, just like the first thing that pops into my mind, I just go with it. And it was like, just go away, and I was like, I don't know where that came from. But then, so the rest of it's just kind of like, I don't know, I tried to make a hypothetical kind of story about like something like, I don't know, I guess it's kind of about like a breakup or something, and you're just like, I don't want to like be friends with you anymore or anything, just go away, like get out of my life kind of thing. But it's not really like actually about anything like personal or anything, it's just kind of made up. And
the song "Haunting Your Dreams," is there a backstory to that one? That's my favorite.
That's another one. See, this is what this man brings to our band.
Yeah, those are like the 2 songs that like I wrote just completely by myself. But that one was kind of that's same kind of songwriting process for like all my songs, pretty much. Just like come up with some music, and then just like first words that pop in my mind for like a chorus or something, just go with it. That song, it was kind of ridiculous. I kind of got the idea of it from an Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode where Shake kills himself so that he can become a ghost and like haunt people. And so that's kind of what the song's about.
Okay, that's kind of cool to know, because I did not know that.
Wow, you think you know
now
something.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, okay.
That's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. That's awesome. I never thought anyone would write anything about that show. All right. And did you guys have any songs that didn't make the cut for the CD that were done and just didn't?
Oh, done? Yeah.
A few probably. But
yeah. It was one of those things. We did it here, and we just did it completely live. Just mic'd everything, and you know, it was back like when you would take a little boom box and put it in the center of the room. You know, push record and just, okay, guys, go. Shh, you know, we were playing. But it was like that. But Greg's got some great equipment that we just mic'd everything, and he went back later and you added the vocals though, right?
Yeah, the vocals were like still not in a studio, just in my house, in my bedroom. Like it was separate to keep it kind of more.
Yeah. So
otherwise, it was live, which I'm pretty impressed with.
Yeah, I mean, we listened to like it. We were actually.
I still cannot play "Go Away" the same way I did then. To this day, I screw up that song every time. But that take, one take, it came out beautiful.
Nah, I'd say that it was a really good CD. I enjoyed it a lot. I listened to it as soon as I got it from you.
Nice.
And
thank you.
Our friend Jordan, he absolutely loves the double bass and the style of music. So.
Which, by the way, Jordan, you suck for not being here.
Yeah, there you go. You get a shout out now. And actually, I wanted to ask if you guys were working on any new songs or if you had any plans for a new CD or a full-length album.
Yeah, we are going to be doing that. Definitely, we are getting more and more material that we'll actually be able to have no repeating songs from the first album. With us, you know, we try to write a little separately, you know, and like I said, you kind of witness it a little bit tonight. I'll come up with some riffs on my own. I present them here. And I was joking, but it's serious too. I don't get too involved in writing a complete song because I don't want them to go, oh, you know, yeah, not feeling it. Well, that was just a waste of time. I'll play a little bit. If you guys like it, perfect. Then let's build on that. Greg, he is amazing with the lyrics that he comes up with. Some faster than others, but I'll give him a little taste. Sometimes we record it. He goes home. Hey, next time we get together, hey, this is what I came up with. It's like, wow, amazing. We are eventually going to work on another one. It's just, if we have so many different shows and like back to back, it seems like we're always practicing for the next show. We're not taking a time to practice new stuff and write and complete songs. We got some big stuff coming up. We got our month of June is busy. We got June 3rd at the Maltese with Doug C. and the Delta Bombers down there. June 17th at the Firehouse with Henchman and Gambler's Mark. And then we got invited to play the Rockabilly Riot in Reno, June 27th. Or actually, it's the Riot is the 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th, and we'll be playing one of those nights. But like I said, you know, we always seem to be practicing for the next show, tightening up and everything. We don't get a whole lot of time to write new stuff and practice new stuff. So hopefully when we get a little time in between shows, that's when we do that. So we're working on it.
We have new material that we could throw out as far as putting out like another, you know, 5-song CD or something like that. But that we have at least that many songs that are not already on that original one.
So actually, because when I talked to you at Bombay's, someone said that all the artwork is different for each CD. So where did that idea come up from?
Well, my wife does the artwork. She, you know, throws together the shirts and, you know, just different pictures and stuff like that. So she threw these together. I don't know where the idea, you know, really came up with, but I think it was more of like, okay, here's a picture, we could put this out as a CD, and it's like, well, I like this one too, I like this one too, I like this one too. It's the same CD, but it's like a random amount of pictures, so depending on where you're at in the throwouts, that, you know, you get what you get. And I thought it was a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came home with one version of it, I came home with the other. I was like, did you get a completely different set of songs?
Same
What
song.
is this?
Same songs, different artwork.